Hi, I'm Kyle Keith, and this is Techno Golf. Today I'm joined here by Brad Ingermann in Dimension Z, where we've got 14 clubs in our bag. Today we're talking about the 4-wedge system. Why in the world would I want to have 4 wedges in my bag?
Well, plain and simple, the wedges really are some scoring irons in your bag. They're the clubs that we're going to use most often around the green, and we're going to try to get that ball tight to the pin. Typically, you're not going to do that with a 3-iron, so many players have elected to drop a long iron and add a 4th wedge or a 3rd or 4th wedge to their bag.
You talk about the 4 wedges. What are the 4 wedges, and what's the difference in distance of those wedges?
First of all, you have the traditional pitching wedge, then we have the gap wedge, we have the sand wedge, and then a lob wedge. Traditionally, our pitching wedges were 52 degrees, but as the major companies have power lofted irons over the years, it's strengthened that pitching wedge to 48 degrees, leaving a hole between the sand wedge and the pitching wedge. So now we have the gap wedge to fill that hole, and then even further we've taken it to lob wedges, which are 60-degree wedges that aren't made to be even hit as far as a sand wedge.
So I'm going to throw you in a situation right here. If you're 80 yards out from the green, you're on a tight lie, what do you suggest? What club would you use there?
I would personally use a lob wedge. Most of us can't feather a sand wedge enough to hit it maybe just 80 yards. A lob wedge at 60 degrees is an ideal club for us to put a full swing on the ball and make sure it doesn't travel 110 or 120 yards. Plus, it's going to fly nice and high and land very soft and tight to the pin.
Now, are you using a different rhythm or a different grip on either one of these clubs? More specifically, the sand wedge versus the lob wedge when you're using that out of a tight lie?
You know, you can. You can change your grip. You can choke up on the club. Depending on the condition that you're in and the type of flight you'd like to get with the ball, those are all versatile options that we can use. But choking up on a club to have to feather a lob wedge or feather a sand wedge can really help us with the feel. So it's important that people understand that you can hit these wedges at different distances and to experiment a little bit on how you grip the club.